Hey guys, back again. We're off on a camping mission this time. Just going off down to the river for a camp, set up tent, and yeah, see what happens. Should be good. Might try and make a fish trap. Be good. Right, let's get the show on the road and see you down there. I love getting outdoors. It's great. So I might just try a few things. I follow a YouTuber in Canada. Ovens Rocky Outdoors, he calls himself. And he's all into outdoors, foraging, hunting, shelters. It's just great to watch and learn. So I'm going to try and make one of the fish traps, which should be fun. Obviously over here we don't have fish as such you can catch on traps, like you're not allowed to catch trout on traps, but might see if I can catch an eel maybe with it. So that's going to try and make one. It's going to be fun anyway. I'm just going to set up a camp and have a bit of fun, do something a bit different. We've got plenty of time, so we'll just see what happens. These nosy fellas coming over here, think I got something for them. Up to. You gonna come along as well? Let's go then. Yeah, a little baby calf. Hey little calfie. Little baby. Oh, looks like there's a newborn. Just struggling to get up. Must have just been born not long ago. Oh, that's awesome. Well done, Mama. There guys, back for another river crossing. I think last time, if you watched my other videos, you'll see this was flooded when we came across it last time. So you can see it's gone down quite a bit. It's normally quite a small little river. And oh, well, let's head across. This here will do. Lovely crisp warm water. Not even knee deep. Alrighty, that's that. Now the place was looking at camping. I believe it was up around that corner there somewhere. So the track starts there where we went last time. But I'm just going to wander up around here and see if I can't just walk around to where we're going to go. Rightio guys, I found this little spot down here. I think it might be a goer. Like this little posse in here. I'm just going to level out a little bit for my tent base. We can sit here. They got some cool views up there. How would that be, eh? Sit there and dinner and breakfast looking at that. Got the river over there. You can hear in the background there's a waterfall over there. Oh, there's the goer. Alright. I'm going to get to this, sort the ground out. Give it that one. And yeah, make ourselves a spot. Come back when we're ready to set up camp. reckon that's about good there. Enough room for our tent footprint, I reckon. Close, but we'll lay the tent out and have a look. If you make it a little bit bigger, then we will. There you go, what a mission. I didn't record putting the tarp up because, wow, I didn't know what I was doing. That was the right ordeal. But hey, got it up. I think I'm happy with it. It's pretty sturdy if the wind picks up. So, oh look, these extra pegs I was looking for in my camp chair bag. Funny that. Right, I'm gonna chuck the chair up. And then we are going to get some lunch on. So I'm a bit hungry. Maybe a coffee or something. A little penguin chair, it's called. Pretty easy to put together. And should do the job nicely. Legs in there. That one, spin it around to there. Now, one thing I discovered being near the river. Oh yeah, the old sandflies. So we'll be keeping the tent zipped up, that's for sure. We're going to be infested with sandflies. I didn't bring any repellent, but never mind. That's why I have my long johns on still, because I'm not getting eaten alive by them little thirsty bloodsuckers. Hey, how's that? This little posse. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, so the idea is I could have brought my tarp forward a little bit more, but hey, first time, so I'm happy with it. It's not supposed to rain anyway, so I'll make a fire down here tonight to cook on. And the idea is if it does rain, you can sit under here, eat, gives you a bit of an awning. But yeah, pretty happy overall. So time to get some food on. Just some old noodles for lunch. Trying some new ones today. Well, there we go. Got the tarp up. Could have had the awning out a little bit further. The sun's all coming in a bit. But hey, live and learn. It's all good. Happy with that. Got some water bottling down here. We're going to try some kimchi ramens today. And get a coffee on. Yeah. I took my cup out of my pot and go, what's it? Hero in there? Oh, that's not here, that's mould. Oops. Honestly forgot to clean that from the last camping trip, so I'll scrub that a hubba dub scrub before I put any coffee in that. It's growing hairs on the edge, it's terrible. But anyway, get the water on, smoking down here, must be almost boiling. Oh, she's boiling. And we've got the river water, so I'll give it a good boil. Even up here in the ranges, this will be fine to drink anyway, but let's not taking chances. Man, it's like ages setting up this tarp, eh? It's the first time I've done it, and I think it'd be great here to spot with lots of trees right next to you. You could tie the guy lines to get the tension and stuff. The pegs in the ground, just sand around here, it's too soft, and they pull out. So I had to find these little stumpy tree things or a bit of wood on the ground to tie it to. But oh, she's smoking. So things to do this afternoon. I need to make a windbreak and set up a fire for cooking tonight, and I'll have to get this fish trap underway. It's going to be time though. I think we should be right. Just like I said earlier, follow a YouTuber in Canada, and I'll put his link in the description at the bottom of the video. And he makes all sorts of stuff, traps, and he's a trapper, and he was on Alone, one of the series of Alone, and he did pretty well. But so he's got a simple fish trap with a trigger, more of a trigger mechanism, and I'm going to try it. Got some red meat later, and I'll see if it works on the eel. There's lots of waterways around here. I'm sure we'll find an eel somewhere, some red meat. They can't help themselves when it comes to red meat. And yeah, see if I can make it work, see if I can make one. If not, at least I tried. I'll be able to master it on another camp, but that's not too bad. So looking forward to it. Well, let's not eat first, and then see how that goes. I can't believe I cleaned my cup and it's all hairy and mouldy. Those on midgies. 1, 2. Suck your blood. Yikes. Right, I'm going to leave you there for a minute and wait for it to sit, wait for the border, go clean my cup, and we'll be back. So we have a lovely dinner tonight. Like I said earlier, I was trying to do some trout fishing this morning, hoping to potentially catch something, do a catch and cook, but they went after a lure today. They were after flies and nymphs because they were breaking the surface and jumping out the water all around me everywhere. I chucked my lure straight over top of it, and I not even interested. And I came up to another patch. There's a big rock on the water, probably about 2 meters away from me. I could see it just sitting in the current, tail just like this. Probably a good 3-pounder. Chucked my lure right in front of it, came right over it. I'm not interested. So they gotta want what you're offering them at the right time of the day, otherwise no. So anyway, we brought it back up, so you'll see what that is later when it's dinner time. It's gonna be tasty, it's gonna be good. You guys look. Lots of kimchi in there and veggies. I haven't tried this particular brand. Nice. Little bit of spice. Nice and easy for lunch when you're out camping. Anywho, I'll enjoy these, finish this, and we'll come back when we're about to start our next Makaroro adventure. I think probably getting the fire sorted and the windbreak, I think, because it's been occasional massive gust of wind just roll down the river and everything just flaps, and if I'm cooking dinner it's going to be interesting. So make a bit of a windbreak, make a little stone area for a fire, get some wood ready, and go from there. Alrighty, plenty of nice little bits of driftwood around here, so I've got a nice little windbreak, little thing of rocks, plenty of firewood right next to the river. It's just all washed up and now it's bone dry too. Literally there's a whole lot of wood just right over behind the grass there, and where the river obviously came up a while back, and dumped a whole lot of wood right there. And yes, I'm close to the water, and Probably wouldn't be an ideal camping spot for winter time, but at the moment, no rain forecast, and I think we're pretty safe. If it did rain and pour, well, I would vacate. So if I was only knee deep to get across anyway, so. My Timu Saw Special. Yeah, it's actually too bad either. I was only like about $12, but no, it's not like a branded one, but some of this stuff was half decent, and some of it's not. I'm going to cut halfway through it and break the rest. Yeah. Clearing was up on the ranges about 6 weeks ago, and if you see my last video, it was a snow camp. That was freezing. I think today we're at about 20 degrees Celsius here. So, haven't done a video for a while. Had a horrible flu there, out and down for a couple of weeks, and the weather was terrible. Made all the rivers dirty and windy. So here we are, back again now. Summer's on its way, so it's only going to get better. Alright. Anyway, carry on getting some more wood, and we will go, I think, have a gander making this fish trap, eh? I'm kind of looking forward to it. Got a nice little spot straight down over there. Show you all that shortly, and we'll get into that. So get the fire done, fire's ready to go, heaps of wood right there, so we're good for cooking for dinner. Shelter set up, and we'll set up all the beds inside later on. Good times ahead. Right, we'll be back soon. So I'll give you guys a bit of a walk around where we are. So got this little stream here, it goes up the main river. That's pretty cool. All the bush line over there, and we are camped in here. So we camped in here, set up. Now this little stream, it's probably going to dry up in the next little bit, but at the moment I'm thinking this is a good spot for us. So I'm going to set up a little fish trap from here, because this little stream flows all the way down. I'll go for walkie walks, splits off in 2 bits, down here, all the way down here. It's actually a cool spot we got here, down here. And it flows into another little sub-tributary off the main, back up through there, flows down here into here, all along there. We've got this cool little waterfall up there. That's pretty cool. We'll get a better shot of that soon. But anyway, what I'm thinking is, eels are going to smell the meat from all the way up there, swim out to my fish trap up there. That's what I'm hoping anyway. They should do. They love red meat, they can smell it a mile away. So let's go down and look at this waterfall way a bit closer. And they'll swim out. There's probably something in like in here. I love it everywhere around here. How's that? That's pretty cool. Just running right down the cliff face. You get all these little sub-tributaries all branching off here, there. There's another swan right over the back distance over there. And we are camped up in this little thing right over the other side of there. So, I reckon we go and make a start on the eel trap thingamabob trigger. Not trying to get too wet. Rightio. Excuse the camera, me jumping around. So yeah, they'll swim up here. I have a feeling there potentially could already be something under one of the banks up here already, because they're just everywhere around here in New Zealand. Eels in ditches, eels in farm drains, rivers, creeks, streams. And smoked eel is nice. If I do catch one tonight, I'm not going to eat it. I'll release it and let it go, but I just want to show you guys. And basically there's more the trigger, if anything. So I think it's pretty cool. So we're going to make it in down there. What I've always wanted to do is test the water shot out. So anywho, it's just me being me. So I have the DJI Osmo 5, not a GoPro, so I've yet to try that. So it's the first time it should be in the water. I would like to set it up and see like a trout or eel underwater. That'd be cool. Anyway, I'll make a start on this fish trap. We'll get into it. This is where I thought I was originally going to put the trap, but it's right in the main flow of the river here, so that might be a bit fast. Let's go and have a look. Did you see any eels under there? I don't know. Anyway, I love playing around though. I'm such a child. Anyway, let's get back to the fish trap. Right, first what we're going to do is set 2 stakes in the ground like this. Then we're going to wrap some cord around and spin it up, and the tension of that will end up becoming the trigger. First things first, get these stakes banging on the ground and move on from there. Hope I can hit them in far enough. Actually, I will put a bit of a point on them first, they're not flat. There's my new knife, by the way. It's a knife from Joker. This particular model was the Lynx. It's a really nice blade. I think the blade is about 120mm, I believe. Nice African wood handle. Very nice so far. So, and factory sharpened, oh my goodness, it was razor sharp. Well, I say it is razor sharp, we've barely used it. So, big up to Crafties in Hastings, who sorted me out with this one. The guy there's great sales pitch, but really knew what he was talking about, so I ended up buying this one, and they're very happy with it. Do. These are just a couple bits of willow. It was very common in around the waterways in New Zealand, willows. trees. That's the type of tree. Not a hardwood, softwood. Right, that'll do. Bang these in here. Got my bingy rock. Really don't know how far these are going to go on, if they're going to go on. This rock is a bit big. Back to the smaller rock. There you go. Those need to be relatively good. This will ideally be what's holding your fish at the end of the day. So I want to be solid. Put that one about there. That's perfectly fine. Alright, next we're going to just basically want to wrap around so it ends up like that. Now it is going to get a stick, twist that round and round and round to get it that tight that when your trigger sets on, it'll go unwind and peering, grab your critter. I hear a quad bite over in the background. There are a few tracks that people run down here in the river. So this is my first time, so let's give this a go. It's going to be relatively low. Try and trigger stick. For testing purposes, it's going to go like this. Pull this round, round, round. And then when the trick's triggered, pyong. So you'll just set the trigger on a rock here for now. You can get it spin freely. I'll set that with the rock there for now. Right, I'll make up the next parts and I'll come back to you. Alright guys, so this is what we got. Supposed to, you have a stick, you have a one to the ground, sorry for that, and you have your trigger. A piece of nylon there, you can just see it tied onto there. I just have a little piece with different knots, so you can find which one's going to tension and trigger the best. So if that's, get that so it's just hooking on there. And eventually, and then you tie your line from there to your bait in the water, your hook, and the fish pulls. Twam! And it chunk, sets the hook into him. So, that's that. It's going to work on this little nog. It's just a little bit too tight. I want it very, very sensitive. So just take a little twink, bang, and it'll set. The thing about eels is they're not like a fish where they come along and just whack. They sort of nibble. So you might actually grab the hook. But I was going to try it anyway. And if one does come in, we can see it, see how it works or doesn't work, and if it triggers it. But anyway, either way, I think that's a cool little trigger, and doesn't take long to make. Obviously, like I said, the guy I follow in Canada, Greg Ovens, his name is Ovens Rocky Outdoors. he makes all these sorts of things, and he sets them up on a lake over there, and they're allowed to catch little trout. Simo uses these, and he made one on a little floating boat not long ago, and had it float around the pond. Same setup, trolling a piece of worm on a hook behind it, whack, worked and it caught a trout. So it's pretty cool. Obviously we're not, like I said, we're not allowed to do that in New Zealand, but the principle's the same, and I thought it was cool just to share with you guys. And hey, you never know when it might come in handy. So I'll set that up, and we'll set that tonight. I've got a little bit of red meat I'll chuck in there earlier, just get the scent going all the way down where we went down there before. So there we go. Also be a lovely spot, Eileen in there. Just going on a little wander around on our surroundings. I love New Zealand outback. And this was along a river. It's cool. And across there, up through there was the track I headed to Gold Creek Hut a while ago. This is the start of it, right back where we started this morning. One that didn't quite go according to plan. Yeah, that one. So I was having a tutu with my $2.99 flint from Trade Me, and surprise off, it puts off a pretty good spark. So I'm just gonna play with some bits of wood and dust and see how it goes. See if I can make the old wood dust ignite, have a tutu. Scrape some wood dust. Just helps me with a nice sharp knife. I just want to see if I can make this ignite. Make it ignite. Man, I'm not sick of these sandflies. Tell you that. Yeah, little buggers. I think I caught some sun today. My face looks a bit sunburnt. A bit red we are. So it happens when you forget your hat. Now, everyone relies on lighters and matches, and in a survival situation you may not have lighter or matches, so you should really have a good knife at least. There's always some dry wood around somewhere. The outside may be wet, but you can scrape the inside, and yeah, not too bad. Let's humour ourselves and give that a go. Look at this. Fire. Oh, that's too easy. That's awesome. Wow. Well, I did not think it was going to be that fast. That is crazy. I'm going to try that again and have some few twigs and just make it bigger so you can just actually see it. I'm not sure if you could have actually saw that in the video or not, but that is hilarious. Who would have thought? Right, I'm trying that again because that was good fun. Alright, scrape some more. Neat. Alright. So a lot of really small dry stuff right here. Grab some of this. Just a sand on it. See if we can't. Get a little something going out of that. Alright, the flint. Try again. How's that, guys? Too easy. Who needs a light over matches, eh? Look at that. Well, that's might be how we start dinner. And there you go, quick lesson on a knife and a flint. Scrape some shavings, have some dry stuff ready to go, boom. I was just playing around. Found the stick, sort of a hardwood, dry. Had a split the end already, so thought, well, let's sharpen it up. Make a bit of a spear kind of situation thing. Okay. If there's an eel in there tonight, or there's a freshwater crayfish or coda, as we call them here in New Zealand, who knows? Oh, there was something cool anyway. Bit of twine left over. I set a little spacer right there that just pries the two apart. Caught it up. We're ready to go. See what happens. Amazing what you can do out in the bush. You know, there's just, especially if you got, you don't have a lot to do, so it's quite cool. You can come up with and you find things and make up ideas. And yeah, so I made a spear, made a little trap, set up the shelter, and yeah. Anyway, we're going to get fire underway for dinner, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure you guys will be too when you see the finished result. So let's get into it. Rightio. Round 2. Doing it for real this time. It's the little $2.99 flint from Trade Me. Freaking awesome. Magnesium size. And we're away. Alright, we'll be back when we got some embers and getting dinner on. Right, tonight we have some roast potatoes on the fire, some butter in there. Chuck those on the side there somewhere. Get them underway. They're parboiled, so otherwise it'll take ages. We have some Australian beef Scotch fillet. Yeah, I know it's Australian. That's how it works. So, you know, we're meat country, but all our meat comes from Australia apparently. So, steak, seasoned with rosemary, salt and pepper, and we're going to have some fried eggs as well. So, it's going to be good. Smoke this out of my eyes. Let's get this underway. Not sure how long those potatoes cook. I think they're probably going to take a while, so I actually might hold off on the other things for now. But the fire going there, a nice bit of embers, potatoes in over the back there, you can just see them. So good stuff. Yum yum. Alright, we'll come back on. My potatoes are almost there. We'll chuck the steak on and some eggs. The same, steak is boiling away in the butter, so I'm spooning the butter over top of it like they do, the chefs do. Should be fancy. Potatoes probably aren't too far away. Not too fussy on my steak whether it's medium rare to well done, so we'll see how we go. Have a look on the underside, see how it's looking. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Save it. Ooh, look at that. Like it done with beef, but oh, pepper nut. Bit of rosemary on there. On the other side. Hoping potatoes aren't too far away. Well, I don't really know. I haven't cooked potatoes on a fire like this donkey's years, so we'll see if they come out black, but the inside will still be good. And you got some eggs to fry up. Let me stick over the top. Not looking too shabby and not smelling too shabby either. I've got a couple of eggs to fry up in there. I'll be eating like a king. And I have put a piece of little off cut of the steak over in the water there for our Mr. Friend eel, hopefully. Maybe, maybe not. Don't know, we'll see. Trigger's set on the trap, so there we go, wha-bang. Just tuck the headlamp on and you might be swimming around, never nibble. I haven't put a hook out, so I've just tied the meat around the nylon so you can have a little chew. I might just stay around there, I'll try and video them. So fingers crossed one turns up. If not, all good. Got my little eagle knife my darling brought me. This is my camping knife, along with my other links. And within a knife, they both come on with me. So nice little flip knife. Well, according to my standards, that's still pretty live, so we'll keep going. Everyone's probably like, no, that steak, you've killed it. It's fine, take it out. Yeah, soon. And then we'll let it rest while the eggs are cooking. At the end of the day, each to their own. There's some nice under there. bring some more of this back over the top. Oh, yum. That's nice. Just the juices alone. Oh, man, that's going to be good. And here in New Zealand, we have daylight saving starting tomorrow. So our clocks go back an hour tonight. This hour in the morning, but we have extra hour at night. And it will slowly increase until it's about 9, half past 9. It's light, so half past 9 at night. So it'll be the last night. This probably start getting dark here 6:30, another 20 minutes to half an hour bit. And I'll wake up in the morning and go, yeah, it's so-and-so time. Oh, I'll wake. No, I don't got to put my clock back. Go to sleep for an hour. Anyway, that's good. Looking forward to it. Better go out, going trout fishing after dinner during the week after work. So just not all the time to do stuff during the day, eh? It's good. Alright, let's turn this over. Oh yeah, nice. That's sizzling away. Potatoes crisping up in there. Put some eggs on shortly. Ooh. Oh, I call that good. And chuck some eggs. I thought the eggs are the goodness of the steak. Just sit and rest for a wee while. There. I'll take these potatoes out and see how they're looking. That'll be pretty good, I reckon. Otherwise they end up completely charcoaled. I'll have a look first before I show you. Right, they could do quite a while longer. I think I might put them in and add potatoes in a half an hour's time. Man, they must take ages. Golly. You guys know how long it's supposed to take. I thought half an hour or so would be plenty, but apparently not. I'm going to reckon back up. Choke again there. Right, so steak and eggs for now. Radio, I'll wait for these eggs to cook and I'll come back when it's dished up and show you what we've got. Yeah, pretty good day overall, I think. Very eventful. But it's that time for a hot chocolate and a couple of little chocky chip biscuits to dunk in it, and then I think we'll call it a night. If anything exciting happens in the night, well, actually we have to go check those the eel trap which I'll keep an ear out for, and I did put a baited hand line in up the river a little bit as well, so I may check in later on those, see how they're going. If nothing, then catch you in the morning. Otherwise, see you. Guys, I just came to check the eel line. Wow, there was a humongous eel here. It was absolute monster. Oh, it's probably gone there. Wow. There it is. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at
big it is. That's a doozy. If he took my bait, he would snap my hand line. Wow. That's what I mean, team. Look at the size of this guy. He's probably close to 800 mil long. Now he's trying to get my bait, but I don't want him to get it because I'm not dealing with that. That is incredible. Look at the size of him. Wow. Wow. I need to get some big ones in these streams. Look at that. Look, he's coming right up here. He's looking at me. Bro, what are you up to? I ain't got nothing for you. Look at the size of that, guys. Beautiful. I don't know what he's up to. Wow. This is where I was originally going to set the trap. You can smell where I was washing all my dinner plates. See you later, mate. Here he comes. Here he is. Whoop. There's the meat. Right there. Look at that.
Come on guys, it's about 1:45 in the morning. The wind just come up and it's just blowing, everything's flapping away, even though it's tight, so pretty rough. Ain't had much sleep in the last little bit. Hopefully it eases off by the morning. Wasn't supposed to be any strong winds forecast. Right. Hanging on. Not very quick. Ow, 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 that was hot. Ow. You naughty. That hit. Give me finger. Choice. All the cleaver clogs. Ow, what is it? It's on the song. Bacon is frying. Bacon eggs, got a few more rashers on the go down here. Get into it.
Very nice. Right, I enjoy this. Made coffee and I was up pulling down camp. Bring you back soon. Morning brew, coffee. Cheers. With a view of the Moanga up there. Sun's coming on. Beautiful. Not bad, eh? That's a wrap, guys. We are out of here.
Down across the river. Alright, onwards and upwards. See you at the last river crossing. Alright, back to the last river crossing. Alright, not far to go, and I'll see you back at the car park. Check in soon. Well, there we go. That's another trip down, done and dusted. That's quite good, something different. Out of a camp instead of big hikes or a hut. Definitely was very enjoyable, especially the visit from that big Kororo eel. Wow, that's special to see something like that. You don't keep those big ones, you leave them there. But hoping to see one. Didn't get one on the trap, but it was cool. Still making the traps. You guys seen how that works. So yeah, very enjoyable. So signing out, and we shall see you on the next one. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Helps us out on the channel. And take it easy. See you all. Oops, my bad. Cut. No one saw that. Gas burner upside down. Oops. Delete that video. Stop recording. I don't think I'm in focus. Sorry. That's better. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Anyway. Cut flag at the start again. Stop recording.